Why is quantifying golf dominance historically so difficult? Imagine trying to compare two players from different centuries, each with their own style, equipment, and level of competition. It's like comparing apples to oranges, but with golf clubs and scores. That's why measuring how dominant a golfer was in their era isn't straightforward. First, the data we have from earlier times is pretty limited. Modern golf benefits from detailed shot-by-shot statistics and advanced metrics like strokes gained, which show how a player performs compared to the field in specific areas. But for players from decades or even a century ago, we mostly only have basic stats like scoring averages or total tournament wins. These don't tell the full story of how dominant they really were. Second, equipment and course conditions have changed a lot over the years. Today's players hit longer, more accurate shots thanks to better clubs and balls, and courses are maintained to higher standards. In the past, courses were often shorter or played under different conditions, making it hard to judge if a player's dominance would hold up today or if today's players would have been just as dominant back then. Third, the level of competition has grown over time. Modern golfers have access to advanced training, nutrition, and sports science, plus a bigger pool of talented players to compete against. This means the overall standard of play has increased, so a dominant performance in one era might not seem as impressive compared to today's standards. Fourth, tournament formats and scoring have evolved. Early tournaments sometimes had fewer holes or different rules, and the 18-hole round only became standard in the late 1800s. These differences make it tricky to compare performances directly across different times. Fifth, simply looking at wins or margins of victory can be misleading. More refined methods, like calculating z-scores, compare a player's performance to the entire field, normalizing results across different courses and eras. But these methods need detailed scoring data, which is often missing from older tournaments. From the perspective of men and women golf professionals, these challenges show why judging dominance based only on basic stats doesn't give the full picture. They understand that context matters, like the technology available, course difficulty, and level of competition. They also recognize that advanced statistical models can help, but only when enough data exists. When analyzing historical performances, professionals look at consistency, how much they won by relative to their peers, and how well they adapted to different courses. They see that dominance isn't just about numbers but also about influence and impact during their time. So, the reason it's hard to quantify golf dominance over history is because you're balancing incomplete data, changing equipment, evolving courses, and different levels of competition, all of which need careful interpretation to fairly compare players across eras.